Feeling lucky, punk? Well, download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code NOCHASER5. New players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code NOCHASER5 only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per new customer. Must opt in and make minimum $5 deposit within 7 days, 168 hours of registering new account. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days, 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/newplayer. Offer 2024.
Oh, okay. So the song is "Make a Man Out of You" from Mulan.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Sing it, dog.
Oh, I just off the. I
Go,
thought there was going
go.
to be. I thought the music was going to start
No,
playing.
bro.
no.
I don't know it from the. Let's get down to business.
Yes.
To defeat
Yeah.
the Hun.
Motherfucker.
Bitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they give me,
Me daughters.
These bitches.
When I asked for sons.
Where the niggas at, ho?
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu,
I'm Ricky Shucks.
and we got a very special racist guest today.
You said think of the first song. I'm sorry. It's personal to me. I love that song.
Nah, man, no, I bet. Yeah, you do like Asian shit. That's
No,
true.
I
We'll talk about it. No.
That's crazy.
No, I'm just playing. What's up, y'all? Hey, we have a very, very fun episode today. You know, whenever I'm looking for guests, I like to invite on people that I fuck with, you know, because I feel like I hate having people on just cause that, like, I feel like, oh, this person got a lot of followers. Let me fucking have them on. But you know, I've been fucking with you for a long time, bro. As a youngin' in the creator space and somebody who I feel like just brings original dope shit and who has been killing it in their field. Make some noise for this man right here, King Vader. What's up, man? What's up? Thank you for pulling up.
Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, man, I was scrolling through my shit and I was like, let's see what the fuck he's talking about.
Appreciate it,
So it's all on you. Go.
Life story for an hour, go.
in the beginning.
Well, shit, let me ask you this, man. First of all, where you from?
Born in Chicago, raised in Maryland, and now we're here in Cali. So yeah.
How long were you in Maryland for?
I was in Maryland until I was 19 and then left.
What part of Maryland?
So first there was so Maryland and DC, they different, but DMV we kind of the same. But first it was Southeast DC, then I stayed in PG, then I lived in Anne Arundel, and I stayed there before I moved to Cali. I get to Cali a year after I get here, the pandemic happened.
Oh,
Of course.
so you couldn't even experience
I
it.
couldn't even go out. I went out to see the sun, and they said go back inside.
Damn,
Okay.
nah, literally, don't even come look at the. People be like, "What's the deal in LA?" I'm like, "Shit, man, the beach and go shopping." I guess you couldn't even go outside. Well, you be saying fruit,
Wait, would you?
Baltimore
No,
accent.
no.
Fruit.
No. So okay, there's a misconception, right? All right, so DMV, Baltimore's in Maryland.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
people in Baltimore, they they don't want. They feel like they're not part of Maryland. They like Baltimore is its own thing. Respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. I
Okay.
don't know how to do any.
Okay, because you said a bunch of letters, and I wasn't sure how close it was to Baltimore.
I feel like I kind of got different slang and accents from everywhere. Like I hang out with people in Detroit in like a Discord and stuff like that. And I know people out here. I know people back home, people from Chicago. So it's kind of like it's a mixed bag of things.
Right.
So without sounding like we talking shit though. So is the Baltimore accent just fake?
No,
It's made up.
It's not made up. It's very 100% in their DNA.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't tap into it because I'm not from Baltimore.
Right.
But it's very authentic. It's very 100% serious.
Free.
That's crazy.
They take
That's
it
like
serious.
imagine if Compton just talked completely different from Paramount
Yeah.
and Long Beach.
I mean, how big is Baltimore
Mm,
compared to the other cities in Maryland?
I think Baltimore's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, they like, hey, this is our home spot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't come down here. And it's like, all right, we won't.
Because I'm trying to
You
think
got
of
it.
like
You got it,
compared
player.
to, let's say, when you think of like the LA accent, right? Of like,
Mhm.
I know, like Park Decor, that's weird, like that type of shit,
Mm.
right? Like how much of that really? Because of course, it does expand to the outskirts of LA, right? Yeah, that shit's interesting to think
Yeah,
about.
no,
Man.
it's very interesting.
You sound like an LA boy now. You go back home and to Chicago. Wait, what is
I-
when you go back home? What is back home?
Back home is Maryland. So
Okay.
like DC, Maryland-ish. I don't know. I feel like I've never really sounded like anything specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I just kind of have my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. But now since I've been here for so long, people think like I was born in California. And I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, you're looking real stylish. He walked up. I was like, I wish I would have put on a better fit.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
You're looking sharp out here,
Thank you, I
man.
appreciate
So you've been in LA for how long now?
It feels like 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
I feel like I want to subtract like 2.5
Mm.
years because of the dark ages, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. So.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
rough time, man. I saw a post on Instagram the other day that was like, why does LA not feel as lively? Like it's different than it used
Yeah,
to be.
nah, it definitely is.
It definitely is, but it's like, everywhere is a little different. We had a motherfucking pandemic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like we're coming out of something very specific. I
Yeah.
don't know what it was, but it was something very.
Something affected everybody in
Yeah.
a big way,
We're recovering. You know.
Well, obviously, you came to LA to pursue the entertainment
Yeah.
field, right?
100%.
And you popped off on Vine, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Would you say that's your claim to fame?
Yeah, I feel like Vine was where it started. Before Vine, I tried to hop on this app called Cinemagram. That's a very classic gem right there.
I
It's
remember
Vine
that.
with no sound. It was just memes, I guess. I don't know. But Vine was like where it happened. That's where I got a lot of the start, and then from there, yeah.
Would you find that a lot of people like started jacking your style because you had such a specific thing that you would do in your videos, you know what I'm saying, with the fucking like songs and the swaying and like,
I feel like it. I feel like things can get inspired. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I actually just made a comment recently on a post today. I was like, everything is inspired, and I truly do mean everything is inspired. So like when I see people do that type of style of like content, and I know like I was like a big part of that,
Mhm.
I just take it as like flattery. Like, I see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I feel it.
type beat.
How long were you doing the Vine shit for before you felt like, okay, this is getting big enough where, I can really make this a real thing,
So it was during Vine, probably like the second half-ish year when I started to get paid. So it was like, okay, I had my own job.
Mhm.
Um
What were
but,
you doing?
So at the time I was working at Wendy's. That was like my first like serious job. Before then I did newspapers. It was crazy. But when
Wait, what does that mean, doing newspapers?
Okay, no, because I said it like that because the job is crazy. If I explain this job out loud, it's going to sound crazy.
Okay, please do.
God. Here we go.
All right.
So back in Maryland, in my neighborhood, there were flyers everywhere. You need a job, come work with us, call this number. Now me, teenager, I'm like, I need to make money. So I saw this flyer. I'm like, I'm gonna call them. So I called them, and they're like, all right,
Wait,
you got the
The
job.
flyer said, come do newspapers.
Like, come do newspapers. So the funny thing is, I didn't even know what the job was yet, but I called them, and no interview, I got the job. They're
Okay.
like, this is where it's about to get crazy.
All right.
We're like, yeah, van's gonna come pick you guys up in the morning.
What?
Okay, so right, I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Boom, get into the van. I have full faith of me and God. We gonna be good.
Okay.
Get into the van. There's other like teenagers that look like me. Well, there's other teenagers. One person was like an adult. Two adults in the front. Right. Very crazy scene. Either we're going to Squid Games, or this is a legit job, or the third option. Yeah.
Kidnapping.
So, turns out it's actually a job. what we're doing is we don't have like physical newspapers. We're actually going around selling newspaper subscriptions.
I see.
So that's what we are.
I see.
And then all of our pay is commission.
Oh,
So we were out there grinding, hot sun, summer. You don't get sales, you don't make money.
what the fuck? And people are like, aren't y'all supposed to just be throwing these at my door? When did this start?
I envy you. I wish I could, But yeah, and then after I realized that wasn't a real job, I got a real job, and I worked at Wendy's. And then when I was doing Vine, there was a point where I started to make money from making these skits and stuff like that. So eventually, I was just like, hey, I think I'm gonna stop working at Wendy's and just focus on this. So that's when, like, at least in my mind, that became the primary. Was when I could leave the job and be like, let's just focus on like what I like to do.
How old were you when that happened?
I feel like I was 17, 16.
Word.
Yeah. And I feel like the real big jump was when Vine forced us out and said, you guys have 2 months and the app is shutting down.
Figure it out.
And where'd you go?
Back to newspapers, baby.
Went straight back to it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I know what I'm good at.
Knock on the door. They open it. He's
welcome back. We went to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, just anywhere I could post content and just try to take 6 seconds and expand it to wherever. Because that was the biggest challenge. Is like, how do you go from 6 seconds to anything longer? And like, I wanted to make movies one day, but
right,
it can't make a 6-second film. That's gonna be insane. Like, they walk in and then they walk out. So I felt like it was a challenge, so I just kind of went out and tried things.
Word. Okay. And what popped off for you?
I feel like it was YouTube that popped off first. Shout out to the boy Lenara. He was the first person who told me during Vine. He was like, yo, make a YouTube channel. And I'm like, yeah, I will. But I kept like, pushing it back. But once we got pushed out, it was like, all right, it's time to take this seriously. So YouTube popped off pretty fast. I think one of my most viral videos, even to this day, was the Hood Naruto 3 video. And that was like the first one where it's like me and Sasuke and, we're in the middle of a park, bunch of cosplayers, and we just start going crazy and dancing. And yeah.
Let me ask you about that anime influence, dog. I feel like you feel like that definitely helped you pop off, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't know. It was okay. So there was a moment during Vine where I was told by someone specifically that maybe I should not make videos the way I do, and I should make videos like some of my friends who had a different type of style of content than I did.
Okay.
And that kind of made me feel a type of way. So like instead of doing that, what I did was just hone on my skills and just figure out like what are the things that I like what's the stuff that I'm into. And like at the time I just got introduced into anime, so I was like, okay, well, how about like I take something that I love and start making content about that. So then like I just started throwing out Naruto, because Naruto was like one of the biggest things I was watching at the time, and it just kind of snowball effect from there.
Damn. Yeah. Actually, anime Twitter got a little mad at me the other day.
I saw a piece of something that you had said, but I had no idea like what happened. What was
Bro, people got mad. I was totally kidding too. Kev on stage, he's been going hard on the Attack on Titan shit lately, right? He's been like giving like, episode reviews and his like live reactions. And so I saw it on my timeline, and like the whole anime community is really like, bigging him up and telling him like what to watch and this and that. So it was like he's getting crazy mentions, right?
Oh yeah, he's going crazy.
So as a joke, right? Literally as a joke. Because mind you, 3 years ago on Twitter, I asked what anime should I start with, because I never really got into it like that. And they told me Attack on Titan, and I started it, and then for whatever reason I fell off, never finished it, right? I enjoyed it. Didn't have time, all right?
Let's make it clear.
Oh, I'll tell you what happened 3 years ago. I babies, motherfuckers. So, I replied to Kev and Crystal. Crystal should be doing so I was like, damn, engagement is crazy. Let me start watching anime for some content. But like
anime Twitter.
It was some quotes that were like, what did I tell you? See, knew this would happen. And I'm like, all right, guys, can I tell you this? I've literally made jokes about that I've made children for engagement. You feel me? Yeah. Like I put like, how many laugh my asses off do I have to put in the fucking tweet for y'all to know that I'm fucking around?
No, exactly.
But people were mad, bro.
Listen,
like,
bro. Jewish people, LGBTQ plus. Sorry if I forgot any letters.
Mhm.
Anime community. You cannot fuck with them. No jokes. You can't do anything.
I
They are
learned.
on your ass.
I was gonna let the joke live and be like, guys, I replied to the shit. I was like, hey, I was just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, after even I left my replies and people were still kind of quote, I was like, all right, delete.
I mean, for me, if something gets too out of hand, if it gets really out of hand, I will delete. But if not, I'm just like, I'll mute it. I'll never see it again. I'm gonna let you guys go crazy over there.
Yeah. You know?
Wow, 2024 sounds lucky to me. DraftKings Casino is bringing you only the best. Classics like blackjack, roulette, and slots, plus exclusive games you won't find anywhere else. You know, your boy likes to play a little roulette. Nothing where I need actual skills, you know what I'm saying? Just something where I can just test out my luck, you know? Download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code NOCHASER5. New players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code NOCHASER5 only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per new customer. Must opt in and make minimum $5 deposit within 7 days. 168 hours of registering new account. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days. 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/new player offer 2024.
And don't mean them though. They learn shit while watching that. They'll fuck you up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I just, I feel like it's something, there's no reason for me to not have gotten into it. Like, I like animation. I like fucking cartoons. Well, I mean, pretty much the same thing. But, I like shit like that. I like fantasy shit. I just, for some reason, I just never really got into it.
It takes time. It's a time consumer, but I feel like the right stories can definitely leave an impact on you. You can walk away with like rich stories and dope characters and funny moments, all that stuff. So
what's annoying?
And it bonds a lot of people.
No, I bet. Especially, I see like, somebody replied to me about the Blerd community. Are you familiar? The black nerd community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I've seen, so much more. And I know that existed, but before the internet. But like now, especially, I feel like, do you feel like you kind of helped really people, like, be like, yes, I'm black and I like anime?
So like, I don't know, like when people tell me that, I'm kind of like, I'm caught off guard because I'm like, I'm just a person who was a viewer and who liked this as well. And then I started to make content. So I guess like me making these videos that have went viral was definitely a part of letting people know like, hey, it's okay. Like go like watch what you want to watch. Who cares?
Right.
If it's dope to you, it's dope to you. And that's it. So yeah.
What is I know, so tell me about your things you do with the Netflix shit. How did that come about?
So with Netflix at the time, I was making a lot of fan films like on my YouTube channel, and I promoted it through Instagram and other platforms. And I guess like it just got to a point where like Netflix, they called us up. We get into the office and they're like, "Hey man, like what y'all trying to do?" And we told them our big plans and stuff like that. And basically our conversation kind of landed on, okay, well, we want you to do what you're doing on your channel, but basically for us. So now it's like, I'm like, wow, like I'm making official fan films for Netflix. Like this is kind of crazy.
That's dope.
Cool.
Like, they're giving me the IPs to like create from their like inventory. And I'm like, it's pretty crazy.
Budget as well?
Yeah, budget, everything.
Okay.
I guess the biggest thing that I like the most is like they allowed my team and I to cook. They just gave us our budget and they gave us our space and they said, go do y'all thing. And it was dope to have that trust.
For sure. Cause that's maybe it's different now. It's getting different. Yeah. But man, in the early days of like the internet content creator, there was such a huge disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even on the scale of like a brand deal where you feel like, yo, trust me to know how to push your shit out to my peoples, right?
Like it's my community.
Exactly.
Like, I know how to say this in a way that they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is dope." But like when they hand you a script and be like, "No, trust me, this is gonna work." It's like, "Oh, okay."
It took way too long for them to get that, because that was definitely the struggle early on. It's like you came to me for what I do, and now you want me to do the exact opposite of what I do. So, doesn't make sense.
It's fucked up. I've literally like, not so much anymore, but I've had to like turn down like bags because we could never come to like an understanding that made sense. You know, and mind you, you gotta play the game a little bit. You gotta fucking like
can't
compromise.
say
dick. You can't say dick. That's cool. You want me to bleep dick? You want me to say something else? You want me to take the dick joke out? I understand, right? But like, there are just some companies that just don't get it. And like, you get to a point where, okay, yes, this bag is great. Let's compromise. But when it starts to feel like, this is just not me at all. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
And big respect for like the walking away, because a lot of people, they don't walk away. You know, a bag is a bag, but it's like you still have to stand for something. If this isn't what you represent, if you don't even believe in the product, it's like, why even attach yourself to it?
Yeah, man. So. You know, make sure y'all use my Bluetooth code. Bluetooth code Tim.
I believe in that.
Yeah, that shit work.
I'm hard right now.
No way.
Man. All right, so like, and your ultimate goal is like full out. You trying to be actor, director, writer? What's the goal for you?
So, one of my biggest goals is to become like one of the greatest directors of my generation. I definitely want to do acting still. I want to write. I want to do the producing. I've been told, like, because I love editing too, and a lot of people don't know I edit my videos. But like, you know, the more that you take on, the less that you're gonna be able to do. So it's like, I don't think I'm gonna be editing in the future.
Right.
But it's like,
but that's the beauty of being in charge, man. You could yell at that editor to do whatever you want.
I mean, it's hard. It's scary trusting people. Like, it's like, we just filmed this. It's our baby. And then like they edit it, and then it comes back. It's not what you thought. You're like, you're stressing.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, 100%. Even look, dog. Like when I was working with Maker Studios, as my first time, actually, you know, the skits used to be just me and Rick fucking around camcorders and me just on Windows Movie Maker. You know what I'm saying?
Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah. This was before I even had an iMovie and I had a Mac and shit, right? So when we started working with like a company with real editors, it was like crazy how, you know, you think someone would know what's going on in your head until they send you that draft and you're like, why did you get, don't you see? It's funny if you leave it like 2 more seconds. You know what I'm saying? Just like small
threes, man, threes.
And I would feel annoying sending all the notes. I'm like, look, man, you know, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Watching you go through that taught me to write very specific
word,
and I would give them my script with all the little, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is exactly what I want, and they would still fucking but it was easier to be like, nah, see, remember on page 3 where I said
I see you getting into action movie mode. You getting swole and shit. You know, as a dude who's been saying I'm gonna get swole for like 5 years. You know, I appreciate that. You know, I be like, God, where do these kids find the time to do this shit, man? When did that start for you? Like mentally, you felt like you just needed to do that, or?
So it was definitely during the it was at the tail end of the dark ages. You know, I feel like everyone went through that in their own way, and in me, I definitely felt like I had gained a lot of like weight that I just didn't know I had gained at the time. So like towards the end of it, I was just kind of like, all right, well, like, you know, I need to do something, you know. So I got with a trainer, you know what I'm saying, personal trainer, still trains me to this day, the GOAT. And you know, we just kind of started to, you know, try. I will say this though. The first day that he trained me, very intense day. I went home, body on fire, and I'm like, I'm not going back. I literally was like, I'm not going back. But I think it's literally just showing up. It's just the consistency that allowed like change to happen. A lot of people think like, oh, you know, gym for 1 week, gym for a couple days, and it's done. But it's like, bro, you just have to show up. I'm not saying you have to go there and be Dwayne Johnson. I'm just saying show up. And that's just what it became.
I got like 3 trainers who have been one day with and never went back. But man,
at day 1,
she went too hard on me, dog.
What are we doing? You got me like what's happening?
I'm little, and I rolled my ankle on the first day. Like, you gotta relax, Nina.
Oh man. Hey, look,
Day one's crazy.
girl trainers, they gonna kill you. I don't know if it's I want to show you that I'm better than you, mister, or if they're just better than you, but they gonna kill you, man.
Oh man.
They have no remorse either.
I was just, and that's the thing too. Is like, me in my head also on the same wave. Like, okay, yes, I gotta look good for these cameras. The fact that I still want to do movies and shit is probably the really only main motivator for me trying to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, I got kids, gotta stick around for my kids, blah, blah, blah. But that being right on camera is the main shit, man.
I feel that.
Because I'm still trying to, like, be, in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, let me knock out just one action comedy. But if I do an action comedy, I gotta have a chest. I gotta run in slow motion at some point with a little chest.
Yeah,
This is true.
And my wife kind of was like, was trying to do me dirty, but she knew it was dirty. Cause like, I got like a little tattoo or whatever the other day. So I'm going over other tattoo options with her, what I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking this on my chest, right? She was like, all right, babe, well, here's the thing. First, she didn't like what I was gonna get. And secondly, she was like, and I feel like if you get a chest tattoo, like,
Don't you gotta get a chance?
yes. And she wasn't trying to be fucked up. She's like, but like, shouldn't you, but people with like chest tattoos, like, you should have like a chest. I was like, that's fair. This is, I mean, yeah, but that's the goal.
Hey, look, I've been saying it for how long? That's why I don't have tattoos. Unfit people with tattoos just don't make sense to me.
You don't want to Rick Ross it out?
No, he looks stupid.
Rick
He
Ross
has
is
my
out
dream
there.
woman now.
Rick
So,
Ross is out there getting strong.
so I can't hate.
Rick Ross workout videos are some of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah, he just screams and he's like, ah! I'm like, I've never seen this man talk this much. He's just like, ah!
I can't even imagine. I gotta watch. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine. In my head, it's just, oh.
No glasses, just eyes, no sunglasses. He's just out there working. So yeah,
Rick Ross is funny, man.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
funny dude.
Shout out to the pair.
Shout out all the pair.
Hair.
Well, shit, man. Well, speaking of funny shit, we sometimes we do the "Am I the Assholes" off Reddit, and we got a couple. If you want to participate,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Like,
it's always fun,
Yeah. Like, give me the rundown. Like,
I will.
how's it go?
I will. It's gonna be all.
He's gonna read,
Mhm.
and we're gonna decide if this person is an asshole or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, we're just gonna go through. Yeah. So we got a couple Rick found on Reddit.
Yeah. Wasn't a lot of good ones yesterday.
It's okay.
But the last one I sent you is pretty good. It's just long.
Okay, for sure. Let me go. Well, let me start with the long one.
Okay.
Bet.
Let's do it. No pause.
Zoom.
Yeah.
It's about dating and stuff.
Okay, you be dating?
I'll be dating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Cool.
How's that for you out here in these LA streets as a young up and coming filmmaker?
I definitely think it's interesting. Like coming from Maryland to the West Coast is definitely different.
Mhm.
So I'm just kind of like finding my footing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a girlfriend going into the pandemic, but then the dark ages happened, and it didn't last.
Right?
Unfortunately,
Was it like was she out here or was she like?
she was out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm just chilling, focusing on the work. Stuff
There
like
you go,
that.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, bro.
Getting strong.
Yeah, don't get caught up in this shit, bro. You got too much going on.
I appreciate it.
All right. Am I the asshole for blocking a man after he bought me a $500 dinner? Let's
Wait.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
She blocked him after
After the dinner.
Let's find the
That's
deets.
just there's no context.
No.
We're gonna get all the context.
Yeah.
We're gonna get all the context.
Like damn.
It's a lot of context. Oh fuck! It's a lot of context.
Yeah.
Scrolling.
Maybe don't go
Finger.
through the
I'm-
edits.
Yeah.
Her edits at the end
Okay.
that aren't necessary, but yeah.
Got you. I'll try and speed through this a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. I was invited on a date and he asked me, "What's your favorite restaurant?" My honest answer was, "My favorite place is a bit much for a first date," but I did still tell him about it because, well, I thought he was cool and I truly love the place, so I tell everyone about it, so they'll go. I want them to stay booked and busy so they'll stay open so I can keep going. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I said that for a first date, we could go somewhere more casual, like this cool Mexican spot between us that has over 300 tequilas, blah, blah, blah. It's still pretty cheap. Amazing tacos with handmade tortillas. Ultimately, he wanted to pick. I was trying to be helpful and make suggestions, but we live in different parts of a big city with terrible traffic, and that's extremely car dependent. Okay. My favorite restaurant is $500 for two. I take myself there sometimes after personal accomplishments or for a treat. Sometimes I go just to have one of their James Beard Award-winning cocktails. Ew, bougie, I know. This gentleman, upon researching the menu, decides this is where he wants to take me for dinner. His choice, okay. He really wanted to try it out. Of course, I agree. Despite the price point, it's actually a pretty chill spot. You don't have to dress up, and it's a great date spot. Even a first date spot if you're in a different tax bracket than me, but as much as I knew he could be. For me, first dates are usually inexpensive considering you don't know the person and the conversation is much more important than the meal. Fair. Mm-hmm. We have apps, we have drinks, we have dinner, we have conversation, we have dessert, we have a good time. From my perspective, this means we ran up a serious bill. I was about to say dessert too?
Yeah.
Well, sir, okay.
Apps and dessert.
Yeah. Apps, plural.
Yeah.
Pay time comes. We do the check dance, sort of. Of course, since it's a first date, I say, oh, separate checks. That's nice of her. Not that I don't pay on subsequent dates. I just mean that the first time when you don't know if a guy thinks if a woman pays, that means she's uninterested. Yeah, fair. He also says separate checks. So cool, we're on the same page, okay? Basically at the same time.
Oh, snap.
As in our words over like, no, separate checks.
Separate.
I won't lie, I hesitated and said it after he was saying it. Hilarious, okay?
You have to catch it separate.
Separate.
Because he asked me out and also insisted we went there after he read the menu and really wanted to try the food.
Okay, so the menu. He knows what time it is.
I really want to describe menu items, but it's one of those places that's okay, blah, blah, blah. We don't need all that.
Yeah.
So our separate checks come, no problem by me. I put my card down, he puts his down. When our server comes back to grab them, he takes my card, gives her both the checks, says he's covering it all. Looks at my card intensely.
Exactly.
It's not that I think he's some numbers savant where he was stealing my info by looking at my card, though I have bartended for years.
Okay.
And a dumbass genius who worked with me could, okay, blah, 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 not important. It wasn't even his little comment of, oh, now I finally know your last name.
Oh.
Which, of course, I wouldn't tell him before. It was the game he played. He invited me on a date, so I assumed he was paying. He then said separate checks, making sure I knew I was paying for myself. Then he grabbed the checks and paid it all.
All right.
Oh, okay. Annoying the server and me. Okay. I need to process for a second.
I'm trying to. I'm like,
basically, he's asked for separate checks.
Yeah.
They brought the separate checks. And when they brought the separate checks, he was like, no,
never mind,
I'm
I got
cover
it.
all.
so
Okay.
And she says, annoying both the server and myself.
Yeah, I think I gathered.
And he also looked at her card and made a joke about, I got your last name.
Okay.
I got your last
I'm feeling like this was a shit test to see if I would pony up to $250. I felt like he was checking to see if I was a gold digger or something, even though I'd literally told him we shouldn't go there the first date. The place I suggested, we could have had tacos and tequila flights for less than $50. So after I said thank you for dinner, I got in my Uber, left, blocked him.
Oh.
I told one of my friends the story today, laughing, and they told me I was actually the villain in the story. I'm just not into shittiest. Oh, I'm not into shittest or games. I'm not sure what that last part means, but I'm just not into games. I get it. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I heard all of that, right?
Yeah.
I also feel like I'm missing something because like tone could be a thing here. Like he's like, no, I got your last name. Like I don't know. Is he a villain? Like I don't know. Like
we're doing a live show. We're gonna have crowd participation. Bring y'all on stage. All of that.
I'm Rick. I'm lonely.
No, man, that's not the trend. We're trying to get people hyped for the show.
Oh,
we're doing a live show. We're gonna have merch, special guests, and a full-ass bar.
we're doing a live show. Where my hug at?
No, man, look, let me just show you this shit again, man, because you're not doing it right. Okay, do you get it now?
I got it, I promise. Let's go.
All right, and go.
We're black guys in LA. Where the white bitches at?
No, what was that, man?
You just showed me a video saying that.
No, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna just have Nikki Blaze do it. Don't even worry about it.
Bro, she not black.
Push the fucking. No, Nikki Blaze, that's the wrong trend. You shaking ass? Whatever. Look, we doing a live show. No chaser. January 28th, powered by Patreon. And guess what? If you're not in LA, you can watch it exclusively on Patreon, okay? Link in the bio for tickets. Do it. Nikki Blaze is back. It's lit. We gonna be drunk.
maybe like because it's like, yeah, you got separate checks, but then you paid for it. But then I'm like, okay, so what's the harm, you know? And then the harm is like he annoyed me and he annoyed the server. It's
Right,
like,
right.
okay, but it's like the meal was still paid, you know, and it's like he saw the menu up front, so it's like he knew how much it was gonna be going into it. So I guess he knew he was gonna pay for it. So I guess then that's the red flag. Like, he wanted to
Test her out.
test it out. Like,
That's what she didn't like. She didn't like feeling tested. She didn't like the game he was playing.
and he said it first, and then she said it second.
Yeah.
So damn.
Yeah, which is annoying.
It's super annoying. It's stupid.
It's very dumb because I feel like I think a test enough is her doing the dance.
Yeah.
For me, that's enough of a test.
I think he went into the whole situation wanting to try out this test. He probably seen somewhere online like, oh yeah, if you want to know if a woman's good for you or not,
see if she's
down to pay, her separate check.
Yeah.
You don't actually make her pay, but blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But this girl did everything right from the beginning.
Said, hey, we don't have to go here.
Yeah. He asked, what's your favorite place? Well, my favorite place is this, but that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
This is a cool place, though. I really like this place.
Yeah, so
And then he picked the more expensive place with that in mind,
it's
I
weird
think.
to do the test when you're the one who made the choice.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
he didn't get the setup right.
He definitely is annoying.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, but as someone who needs closure, I would have appreciated you telling me
absolutely
why you were mad before just blocking me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I think the block is just, it was very sudden. It's like, yeah, so I got in my Uber, blocked him.
Yeah.
It's
Where's
like
the conversation.
you could have just like ignored him if he hit you up again or something like that. Just sit on it for a little while longer. Go talk to your friends. Like, it's this weird and
Yeah,
stuff
man.
shit.
I think a second date could have like solidified things. Like
A conversation.
Yeah,
at
give
least.
me a
At least.
conversation.
Like,
Yeah.
Look, if you
So,
don't,
look, bro, this is why you're weird.
yeah.
my thing is like, she's not in that. I didn't read like his personality or as a person, I find him boom, boom, boom. It was like, this happened, and because this happened, I went in the Uber and like blocked him.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I'm like, but what about the conversation? Like,
And
you know?
look, maybe she's sick of motherfuckers that play games.
Yeah,
and she was
she's
like,
probably-
I don't want to spend any more time on people like this. I get that. But in this text age that we're in, right?
Mhm.
If you don't want to be the villain in this story, or maybe you don't care, but like, I would appreciate just hey man, look, I ain't appreciate that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with you anymore.
Yeah.
That's all I would need.
So the reason I picked this one because it does that.
Yeah.
Because you hear everything, it's like, dude, it's fucking annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
But then you get to the block, it's like, but you could have told him.
If it was reversed, you know what I'm saying? Like, he hops in or he dips and blocks her instantly. We know who the asshole, we know who it would have been.
Because there's like, yeah, true.
It would have been instant. So I'm like,
He's dumb though.
He's so stupid.
it's a weird game he's playing.
Let me ask you this, man. As a, young dude, you got a little money, not Netflix money and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here in
Get out
LA?
of his pockets. Get out of his pockets.
Yeah, I know. I'm out the pockets. I'm out the pockets. I'm just saying. You could afford to get a $500 dinner, maybe if you wanted to, right?
You know.
Maybe you don't want to, but I'm just saying you could. Hopefully. Does the check dance, is that something you're paying attention to when you're paying for a meal?
No, I feel like it's something that would catch me off guard because I feel like going into it thinking about the check dance is just crazy. Like, that's you came out your house, like the date that should be the primary, like getting to know this person. But you're like, what's gonna happen at the end of this meal? Like, so for me, I kind of go into it thinking like, if I ask a girl on a date, like I'm paying for the meal type beat.
Yeah.
But she offers, like I'm like, oh, hey, hold on, like this is nice, like, But I don't expect her to pay, especially if I'm the one who asked her out. Now, in the reverse situation, she asked me on the date. I mean, I still am gonna go into thinking I'm gonna pay, but she pays for me. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna relax. I'm like, hey, it's comfy here.
I agree. I'm not somebody, or when I was dating, I was never somebody who was like, if she don't at least pretend like she's gonna go, I'm not gonna be like, oh, red flag. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, yes, double standards, blah blah blah. Yes, but I still, as a man, growing up in the 1900s, I always feel like if I'm going on a date, even if she suggested this shit, I still feel like I'm gonna pay for it going into it. All right.
Yeah.
I appreciated the dance always though. Even if a girl was like, "Are you sure?" Even the purse reach. Are you sure? Oh my God. Are you sure? I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Even if it's fake as fuck.
It's nice. It's nice, you know?
She's reaching over here. Her purse is on that side.
It's a nice gesture. You know what I'm saying?
She has a dress on. She's, oh, where's my wallet? I appreciate it, you know? It's okay. It's okay. We got someone's like fighting in the room
They're
next
doing
door.
something, earthquaking or something.
It's the action podcast over there.
I don't know, man.
They're like, in this segment, we scrapping. Get up. Whoa.
Yeah, like,
Oh, lights are shaking and shit?
oh. That's mad
It's
weird.
probably Tom Cruise up there.
Speaking of the roof,
Mm.
have you seen the trend on social media that says, oh gosh.
That's a suplex.
Yeah. That people, well, look, are you a millennial or are you a fucking Gen Z, dog? What?
Millennial.
You're a
Yeah.
millennial? That says, millennials, when we dance, you can tell we old because we always put our hands up with some shit. And I saw that meme going around. I was like, God damn it.
So I've never hit one of those, but it's like now I feel like I kind of feel insecure. Like, should I?
Like,
Like,
what am I supposed to do with my hands?
Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
Like if your song comes on
Yeah.
and you instinctively just hey,
That's old people shit?
Yeah,
That's us now?
Apparently, yeah.
What do youngins do?
TikTok
Oh.
dance, yeah.
Wow. Because
shaking the hips, man.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that.
Mm.
Like I'll take that because them doing that shit in the club looks stupid.
Oh, doing
Like
that.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, my old ass hands are up. You, sir, look like an idiot.
I for sure, like, what do you even do? Like, if you're not, like, when I was getting grinded on, I was either planting my hands or my hands were up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like there's only two options.
Yeah.
Or your hands are here. But nowadays, I don't be in the club nowadays. I'm just saying, what do y'all do? What do y'all do?
They're shaking.
What do you
shoulders.
do? Are you in the clubs
I
nowadays?
mean, yeah, you know, I step by every once in a while. You know.
Do people still grind on each other?
Yeah, I think it's a bit different out here in the LA club scene. Now you can find some fire clubs out here. I'm not disputing that. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that, yeah. But most of the time, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. Look, especially if you go to the known clubs. Yes, a lot of people are too cool.
You gotta find the spots.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got the shit where, a lot of people aren't necessarily dancing with each other.
Yeah.
People are grooving in their section. You know what I'm saying?
They're on their phones.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like now to have a good party,
Mm.
it has to come with the risk of getting shot up. I feel like that's the only places where they're
like
dancing with each other. No, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But I feel like if it's nice,
Yeah.
everybody's in there to just look cool.
Yeah.
One of my first house parties in LA ended.
Yeah.
that way.
Oh, with the shooting.
It's
a
what they do.
Where were you at? What part of LA do you remember?
Burbank.
What?
Burbank. They're shooting in Burbank. What's happening? What's going on here? I don't know.
Because you walked in, it's like, oh, let's impress the black guy.
Listen. I will say this. A lot of red flags. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but the first biggest red flag, and this is for all house parties, there needs to be security, and the security cannot be someone's mother. Okay. Now she went up to me. I didn't get pat down. You know what I'm saying? I just got the look up and down. You know what I'm saying? People. They passed me. I ain't gonna say anything else, but they passed me. You know
Did not get the pat
They
down.
did not get no pat downs or nothing. You know what I'm
They
saying?
didn't even get the
The red
look.
flag should have been going off. But I'm like, hey, it's fine. There's music in there, there's people, my people, So I go in there and, the rest is intense history. But yeah,
Anybody get shot?
someone got hurt.
Mm.
Someone did get hurt. I don't think anyone, but someone did get hurt. It was crazy. Very
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, first like house party in LA, and that's how it ends. And I'm like,
That it's a thing.
You go to
It's a
anywhere
thing
after
out
that?
here.
no. So this is my thing now. Like, I love security. You know what I'm saying? I love security at front doors. Like, I in my mind, I want security guards to like pat me down like I am a criminal. Okay.
Yeah.
Now because that means that everyone else is getting pat down and gets
Exactly.
that type of, and it secures my safety. I know I'm gonna have a good night. I know I'm gonna have a safe night, and
Yeah.
it's fine for me.
It makes sense too. You got to read the room a bit. We've definitely been to some house parties, specifically one time in like an area of San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Where it was fun, but we were like,
I'm like, nah.
yeah, everybody, like people, we were just kind of like, it's a leave early fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause like we got Bloods and Crips over here, and that trickles down to San Diego, right? But when this happened, we were already in the era of we're not just wearing colors all the time.
Right.
But we get to this party, and I was seeing a lot of red.
Yeah.
A lot of red. I was like, oh, they still like care about the way they banging over here.
A lot of red.
Okay, cool. And then I saw some body language by the door, some points, some head nods. Like, hey, son, we should probably dip soon.
And I was like, I'm making out with this girl in the bathroom.
Okay, we'll die then.
We gotta go.
It's just
Man, you gotta
that
see
shit
the
happens
signs.
too much.
A
Yeah.
lot of people don't, and some people who do see the signs ignore them, like old me. But now today me would never.
I get it, man. You fresh booty out here in LA.
I don't like that term, but yeah, I was new out here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on. And coming from the East Coast, like, I've been to house parties, I've been around,
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
Nothing has popped off like that. I've seen,
Yeah.
the object, but I've never seen it being used.
Yeah.
So when it was crazy.
They
So,
use
yeah.
that shit.
And to be fair, you were in Burbank.
I thought
You
Burbank
should've
should
felt
be
safe. You
Burbank
should've
sounds safe.
Yeah.
It sounds safe.
Yeah, but everybody everywhere got its unsavourable.
Yeah, it's close to North Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's close enough. So
Yeah. Nowadays we're at an age where, me and Rick, we were going somewhere the other day, and it was like, ain't no lights over here. Let's go home.
Yeah,
this
that's
shit
enough.
is just too dim.
that's enough.
yeah. No, thank you.
I remember where he
That's
just
enough.
didn't know the signs though. He would pull over anywhere.
Yeah.
To like look for directions or
Oh,
some shit
no.
like that. I'm like, nigga, you see that graffiti right there?
We gotta
Man,
go.
It was 3 abandoned houses.
Like, it's gonna be
in a row.
fine. We chilling.
Yeah, we good.
Think about it.
Turn this light on. Like,
Turn this light on. Thing about it is, man, back then it was like, before we really had been anywhere, I was just kind of like just trying to get some ass at all
Yeah.
times. And I was like, it was the only thing on my mind, you know what I'm saying? So I was
Man
like, we
on
need to
mission.
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to like get in there. We need to get there. So everything else, I just had my blockers on. You know what I'm saying?
Tunnel vision. He was
Yeah.
locked in.
Yeah.
remember Orlando when we was going into the first bar?
Yes.
And we did this to get back down. It was like, oh, you good? It was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, y'all don't do. Oh,
And
okay.
Man,
we-
touch
and
your
look-
shoulders.
and-
Yeah,
and-
Yeah,
let
they
me-
didn't do shit.
And I'll tell
dog.
you
They
this-
looked at us like, what the fuck? You Jesus?
Yeah.
Put the arms down.
And it was crazy because we went in there with people that had guns.
Yeah, without knowing.
Another place I went to out here was a skating rink.
Oh,
That place got shot up, and I wasn't aware that that's happens. I thought
Yeah.
skating rinks are a place of fun and happiness and joy, and it was for the first 5 minutes that I walked in there. And the shooting didn't happen inside the rink. Thank God, it happened outside the place that I was almost stuck outside because I was arguing with a security guard. And if this argument went, I don't know, 2 minutes longer, 30 seconds longer,
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
what I would have been involved in.
yeah.
But thank God the security guard was like, all right, man, like whatever, you can go through. Thank the gods.
What area was this?
I think this is do you know Wheels?
Word on Wheels.
Yeah, World on Wheels.
Yeah.
Where is that? Where's that?
I don't even remember the city. I was
You know what
too
I'm saying?
young for when I was
But
popping,
that-
but they used to call it Death on Wheels.
Because it was
that-
always getting shot at.
Yeah, World on Wheels. So everybody started going to Skate Depot,
Skate
and
Depot
then Skate
Cerritos.
Depot became.
Death on Wheels.
Death
I
on
gotta start
Wheels.
like searching up spots, bro. That just blew my mind. There's no way.
Yeah, as
They were having an
anybody,
Instagram event.
Yeah.
What the what?
anybody in LA, Black LA, over I would say 40
Okay.
about Death on Wheels.
Death on Wheels. I just
Yeah.
got put on.
Yeah,
Never
like
again.
I was too little to be going there anyway. But
Yeah,
Never
that was
again.
before my outing time.
yeah.
We used to go to this club, and we talked about this before. We used to go to this club in Anaheim. called Club Boogie. And that shit used to get shot up so much, it eventually just got shut down.
Yeah.
But only
As it
because
should.
there was one fun room called the Reggae Room. And that was just where all the good music was.
Yeah.
But
Listen, they had the women's. Well, you risk it. You go back to the boogie. you go back to the boogie. Like, hey,
I know
man.
it's dangerous, but I got to. I have to return.
it was so fun. We were so like this was like us at like 19 and shit,
Yeah,
going to the
man.
clubs.
Involved in dumb shit. I didn't really realize it.
Yeah, it was a
Good
good
stuff.
time. It's a good
Yeah.
time.
So I'm having a house party next week. If you would like to come.
As long as they're
Yeah.
super security there, I'm
Well,
straight.
we are having a live No Chaser with an audience, man. If you ain't got shit to do at the end of the month in January, pull up, man. Have a good time. Come get you a little drink, and we probably will have security. So
Okay,
come through.
But it's pro gun, so
Oh, well,
everybody's
I
gonna have
won't be,
guns, so
unfortunately.
you'll be safe.
that's the beauty of it. Like
yeah, everyone.
Everybody got guns.
Chris Rock said, you feel safe going into the shit without the guns, but everybody with the guns is waiting on you to come outside. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Just waiting on you to come outside.
Well, shit, man. What can we look forward to seeing from you? Where can we find you? What do you want to plug?
Oh, for sure. So in 2024, one of my biggest things is I want to start making original IP. So in 2024, I will be creating original content and original series.
Fuck yeah.
I kind of want to do something really unique. I want to make my own live action anime, and that's
Ooh,
I have
sick.
2 planned right now. One's based about boxing.
Mm.
It's a nice boxing story, and the other is going to be like a supernatural detective type of story. So be on the lookout for that. You can find me anywhere at King Vader. That's KingVader. Check me out.
Yes, sir.
More content on the way. Dope content on the way.
I love that,
One
man.
tap.
And I feel bad because you really popped up on us like last minute. I hit you last night,
Yeah.
but like all the other times you hit me last minute to come be some shit, I was like, I can't do it, man.
It'd be like that, you know?
It'd be like that.
In my mind, I know how I go. Like, people busy.
Mm.
You busy. I be busy sometimes, but I saw the thing yesterday and I was like, yeah, pull up. You know what I'm saying?
It was
I got
perfect.
nothing to do. I am streaming a bit later today. I've been doing Twitch now. You know what I'm saying? King
Yes.
Vader, twitching and whatnot. But yeah. So yeah.
I appreciate you, man. I feel,
Appreciate you for
I
having
feel
me.
like I always been telling you this, man. I feel like you're the future of this shit. I love when people are innovative with it and come with something new. And I've been a fan, since like the jump, So I just love to see you continue to kill it,
Thank you.
continue to do your thing, bro. I wish you nothing but luck and success and everything you do.
Thank you.
Hey man, thanks for pulling up.
Appreciate
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Tune in, follow everybody on everything. And this is No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
Peace.